Hey, howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art fella found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And coming to you today coming to you Friday with a new stack of records. That's right. Went out to an antique store yesterday, and it's a 36-mile drive one way. But it's you just get tired walking around. It's a huge place, and frankly, it's better than even going to Burlington. You heard me complain about that. All you local people that watch my videos, probably nobody. Anyway, never mind. Go on. So we're walking around. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. We ate lunch. So my wife had to go to this dog store so she could look at the puppies, which is all the way up Jungle Gyms up there. So where do you want to go eat? I'm like, I don't know. So we walk around, and there's this pizza place, Chi-Chi's, or Chio's? Cece's, yeah, something like that. Anyway, so the people sitting in the window when I walked by, they looked okay, and I go in there. It's like $13 for both of it. It's a pizza buffet, and there's a salad bar, and it's kind of it's not, I want to say, it's just basic. There's a very basic, but it's enough for that much money. You get something to eat anyway. So, but it wasn't like going to get Thai food. Well, I don't know if there's a Thai food restaurant up here. And then we drove by, and there was one. But Thai food's always expensive, so we save money eating the cheap. Shove them through with and the only story I got is this really cute man came up to me and said, "Thank you, sir." And I looked up, and he was about 80. And I looked up, and he had a black hat on with some badges and stuff, so I knew he was a vet. And I'm wearing my Marine Corps lid utility cap. It's vintage. They don't make them like that anymore. So I knew at some point I'd be mistaken for something wearing that hat, but it's the most comfortable hat that was ever made. I really love them, so I wear it. And I can say that I wear it as a tribute to my dad, who was in the Marine Corps, World War II, and to the people who serve in the Marine Corps today. But basically, it's just a really super comfortable hat. So I wear the bill up. There's a reason for that too. What is it, Manic Mark? This is so exciting. Well, because when you're working on stuff and you go and you're in close, you don't want the bill of your hat hitting stuff all the time. So when you flip it up, you can get closer and not hit the thing. And well, why do you wear a hat at all? Some people don't understand that. Well, because I'm always hitting my head on something, so it protects it. Plus, I don't have any hair, just to burn the top of your head. So it's a problem when you go to yoga and you wear a hat all the time. It's like the top of your head is glowing white. People can't see the instructor over your head because of the rays of white baldness. Never mind. Okay, what next? So while we're in the antique store, and fortunately I'm pushing the cart. Like, oh, I learned the last time I was there to get a cart, even though you might find one thing, because you could be carrying that one thing for 45 minutes to an hour to 2 hours through the place. So Diane, my wife, she looks at everything, picks up everything and marvels at it at great length. And that's okay. But I'm pushing the cart, which is fortunate, because then I can kind of lean on it like, oh, if I pass out, maybe I'll just fall into the basket and nobody will, notice the difference. Oh, it's just somebody, he's so happy he has the one record album in his cart that he's looking at it close up. So no, back to the vet and the pizza place. He said, I can finish that damn story. I notice that sometimes I go off on tangents. Anyway, and I looked up, then it dawned on me pretty quickly that he saw the hat. I saw his hat, and I said, well, thank you too, sir. Not wanting to go into the explanation I just launched into here. So he sat down, he was all by himself, and he would talk to people when they went by, and it was really kind of just, it was a sweet guy, and he's just lonely, and anyway, it just reminded me of life, and stuff in life. I'm cutting all this out. Oh my God. Should I start this video over again? I don't know. So let's get to the antique store thing. Well, so I'm going through pushing the cart like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I really wanted to look at things, but I was so tired. And I'm waiting for, you know, my wife to like look at every little thing. Like, oh, here's a salt shaker. It's only one, and you don't have the pepper shaker, but she kind of likes the little top on it. And so I'm like, oh, there's a stack of records. And then my wife's like, oh, a stack of records. I'll be in the next booth, you know. Well, wait a minute. Stack of records is important, and there's one dealer in there that always has something for pretty good prices. And I found some things at his booth again, and or her booth. I don't know. Again, and so I'm gonna hold them up. So, but in the process of going through the whole thing, I actually found something. I hardly ever do this in an antique store, which is find something I know is worth a lot more money than what they got on it. So I picked it up, even though I probably don't need it, but I might try using it anyway. But I thought I'd share it with you because it's exciting. Oh, before we go there, let me say I installed the Blue Man with red wiener today. That's right, I poured some concrete, about 4 bags, 80-pound bags of concrete, made a base and plugged them into the base, and here's the photograph of it. See, it's not too scary. Is it? No, I don't think so. I thought it might be a little bit scary. My wife's like, oh, no, I saw that you painted his wiener red, and I don't think that's a good thing. And I said, well, you know, we can always paint it some other color, but you can imagine if it was a red man with a blue wiener, the controversy it could stir up in the neighborhood. Probably no controversy whatsoever, but anyway. So when she went away and I got it done, I put the little border, finished the border, and I'm going to do some infill and put some flamingos in there. But anyway, she came back and she said, oh, that looks nice. I mean, yeah, it's not as scary as you thought it was going to be. Because when she left, she goes, you're just like scaring people, don't you? And I said, well, you know, if you think about it, it's just a piece of plastic shaped like a human being, painted blue with the groin area painted red. It's just nothing. It's nothing but plastic and paint. I mean, you know, if you have a problem with it, that's something that's coming out of your head. You know, I'm not trying to make a point with it, really, other than that what's in your head is in your head. Not mine. Okay. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to see if you can overcome stuff that's in your head. Is that an excuse? I don't know. Could be. Anyway, okay. First in this box I got for $25. These, I might maybe get 10, 15 bucks for these. These are, it's hard to tell if they're vintage. One's cracked, probably not. Probably won't get anything for these. Never mind, I'll probably just throw those out. This one's cracked pretty bad. You can't use it. Anyway, it gets better. I'm just pulling that what happened to be on the top. This is fun and something that somebody's going to be looking for. This is a spigot, a standard porcelain. It's made out of porcelain, which means it's old. Pretty dang old porcelain, that there'd be a handle that you would turn to make their shower water come out, hot or cold or whatnot. There could be things that hold this stuff up in here, I don't know. Anyway, soap dish, a nice porcelain soap dish. Nice porcelain soap dish with a thing, I think it would be like a, you know, would go probably in a bathtub or in a shower, and it probably had an armature. Anyway, I got that. I'm saving the good stuff for last. They're porcelain knobs. That actually has a stem on it. That's nice. Porcelain knobs in here. And sleeves, more knobs, and their collars. Now here's, if there are 2 of these, that would be nice. There are 2 of these. These are nice. These are old. These are towel, porcelain towel rack holders for a square piece of wood. Those are good. Those are good. Those are worth some money. In fact, is there a mate to that? Some of these things don't have mates. This is so exciting. Anyway, and these are porcelain sleeves that people may be able to use in their shower There's a number of them here. This could be worth something. I can't tell. Looks like it might have been broken off. I think this is like for like maybe a gravity toilet, like a porcelain pull for a gravity toilet. I might have to try to get that piece out of there. It's stuck in there. And then it would come out that you would screw on your fancy shower head. Now I bought an antique one. Here's a waist, your waist, and then smaller. Anyway, okay, that's enough of that. I'm putting this. Is there another? Putting this back in here. Anyway, now the reason why I bought the whole box, those in itself could probably give me back my $25. All those pieces I just sold you pretty easily, but the treasure in the box was this shower head. Mad Spray, Thomas Maddox and Son, porcelain shower head. I'm not going to say $85 maybe on eBay. Don't know for sure, just know it's going to be a lot more than $25. But the thing of it is, I like it so much, I may take the thing I just put on a year ago, the shower head, which worked great, and put this on to see if this also works great, because I like it so much. Anyway, okay, that was the end of treasure sharing. Oh my God, that was so much fun. I'm just going to throw those out. I'm not even going to save those. Now let's go to the records. All right, the records from the one guy or whatever at the antique store. Got these. They were about $250 to $350 a piece, which is a good price. Comparatively speaking to the record stores I go to around these parts, it's a budget, but with a great cover. I think it's just, I don't know. It's going to be orchestrated. Pretty horrible music on Halo. You know it's going to be horrible. But the cover, the cheesecake cover, was worth the price of admission on this one. That's a nice find, all right. Did you notice Underpants Pat in the hand? Right? I do listen to the people that leave comments. And it was like, well, put something in his hand, so I did. There you go. Okay. A Marty Gold album I don't have on Vic, which was a good label. RCA sub-label. Sticks and Strings and Hi-Fi, Marty Gold. That's a great cover. I don't have that one. I'm glad that I picked this one up. 1957. That's fun. A Les Baxter album I don't have on Reprise. It's unusual. Here he is with his chorus, which means he's arranged in men and women doing, or women, or just, or men and women doing oohs and ahs, probably not singing, but just making noises with their throats. And this is Bill Monty's orchestra. Just a real clean, great cover, Rumba for Moderns. Just a super great, colorful cover. 1958 RCA. Another terrific album cover on Vic. It's Nora Morales, this great Latin artist, doing Lee Cuona's Afro-Cuban Suite. That's right. Look at this great cover. Isn't that super? Just super. All right, and there he is on the back. If you've never seen a picture of him, and I don't think I have, but there's one on the back. Terrific. Looking forward to, there should be a date on this too, right? 1957, also 1957. RCA Candom, another one of the RCA's sub-labels or budget label. It's Dance the Bossa Nova with Zacharias and his orchestra. Now Zacharias, it's just a violin player, okay, that made some pop records. So here he is somehow making a Bossa Nova record there. George Shearing, another George Shearing album that I don't have, The Shearing Spell. All right, in this case, it is still on Capitol. Duophonic presentation. Let's see, I'm just Strange, Yesterdays, Moonray, Cuban Fantasy, Midnight in the Air. This will be nice. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Another great cover. Be There at 5. Conversational music for cocktails. Terrific, terrific, colorful cheesecake cover. Phil Krause, great drummer, Glenn Oyster, Andy Ackers, George Barnes, guitar player, Jack Leesburg, Jimmy Crawford. Bet that's going to be good. And Jose Millis, is that piano player? Jazz man. No, I can't say. I might be thinking of something else. Anyway, there's a lot of bioinformation on the back of this album, which is good. It's a terrific cover. Probably 1957 or 8 would be my guess. T. Dancero, The Ramblers. I have no idea, but it's a terrific cover. I bought this for the cover. Ew, looks like budget, like maybe Private Press even. Terrific cover. It's hard. I can't make out what the hell's going on, but I bought it for the cover. Bob Manning, Lonely Spell. This looks like it could be good. Bob Manning is a vocalist I'm not familiar with at all. Brief interlude, Otto Césaire. That could be fun. I don't know. And just because it was $7, which seemed like a reasonable price, I have no idea because I don't collect this kind of stuff. Although it's from 1975, and it's probably more collectible than any of the other stuff I pick up. The Kraftwerk album, that's right. Kraftwerk, Ralph and Florian, minimalist. Some of their stuff, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. It's a terrific cover. And last but not least, it's going to be horribly boring, but I picked it up because the cover is pretty funny. And who would make an album for twirlers, twirling music? Who would have thought there'd be an album for twirling? Just an orchestra playing. I'm sure it's just the most boring stuff ever set down on vinyl, but nonetheless the cover was worth, again, the price I paid for the album, which was too much in that case. But I went antique store crazy. I couldn't help myself after finding the box of treasures and all the records. I just kept picking up and throwing them in the cart, and that was it. That was the end of it. Don't get any ideas there, Blatzman. Underpants Pat. He's a favorite around here. You better treat him with some respect. Again, stumped at the end of the video for something worth saying to close it out. So when it fades into the music, it's just like, oh, that was slightly humorous. Let's just go right into the music. I gotta say, the Botox injections in my wife's head are helping with the migraines. It's the first time in all these years, 25 years or whatever we've been together, that any of this migraine treatments have had the slightest effect, positive effect. Many of them have negative effects, but this time, at least the past couple of weeks, it seems like the worst of the headaches have been avoided by having your head jabbed multiple times with burning, hot, painful injections of Botox.